Adopt Stoicism and never doubt yourself again. Stoicism. Every day you face choices that challenge your self-belief. You feel the pressure to conform, to meet expectations, and often question your decisions. The Stoics teach an essential principle. Focus only on what you can control. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Consider a moment at work when your manager gives critical feedback on a project you put your heart into. Your stomach tightens, and the self-doubt creeps in. You replay their words in your mind, imagining your colleagues whispering about your failures. Yet, if you pause and remember the Stoic principle, you realize you can't control their opinions, only how you respond to them. In that moment, how do you choose to react? Will you allow the doubt to consume you, or will you accept constructive criticism as a chance to grow? Do you often tie your self-worth to external validation? Visualize yourself at the coffee machine with a teammate, listening as they share their concerns about a similar situation. While they rant about unfair treatment, you take a deep breath, choosing to shift the focus back to what you can improve. This small act of redirecting your thoughts can empower you. It reminds you that your value isn't determined by others' perceptions, but by your actions and choices. Next time you feel uncertainty, ask yourself, how much of this is genuinely within my control? What steps can I take to improve myself without being dragged down by external judgment? As you navigate daily challenges, consider adopting this Stoic mindset. Let go of what you cannot change and embrace the power of your reactions. This adjustment in perspective can transform your self-doubt into confidence. Commit to practicing this principle in the next 24 hours. The next time someone criticizes you, take a moment to reflect before reacting. Acknowledge your feelings, then pivot your mindset towards growth. Hey, before you put this Stoic teaching into practice, I need to give you an important heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I don't want you to miss any Stoic lesson coming up. And since you're here, smash that powerful like. It helps me a lot with the algorithm. Tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's interact. Picture this. You're sitting in traffic, the red lights glaring at you. Your heartbeat quickens. Frustration builds as you see the seconds ticking away. In that moment, what can you control? The road ahead? The drivers? No. But you can control your response. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. This is your opportunity to practice patience, an essential Stoic virtue. As you breathe in, think about what Epictetus said. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening in this case means paying attention to your emotional state rather than reacting impulsively. What would happen if you welcomed the pause? In this stillness, consider what is really at stake. Time? Your plans? Sometimes it may feel like we're wrestling with the universe, when in reality, these moments are just life unfolding. Each red light gives you a choice. Will you let irritation wash over you? Or will you use this time to gather your thoughts? Now, let's shift gears. Imagine you're in a meeting, and a colleague dismisses your ideas. The room feels like it's closing in, the air thick with tension. Your instinct might be to defend yourself, but remember, you can't control their perception. Take another breath. Picture this. Rather than snapping back, you pause. You acknowledge the discomfort, the influx of self-doubt. Then you shift your focus. Ask yourself, what can I take from this feedback? How can this fuel my improvement? This shift isn't about suppression. It's about transformation. You learn to evolve. You learn to see criticism as a path to growth, rather than an indictment of your worth. Ask yourself now, how often do you let fleeting judgments sway your self-image? Are you letting your peace hinge on others' opinions? Each time you do, you're giving away your power. The Stoics teach us that. Our tranquility is our own, cultivated by our reactions to life's imperfections. When you feel pulled by external judgments, remind yourself, it is not the things themselves that disturb men, but their opinions about those things. Again, you see that a little space for reflection can build a solid foundation of resilience. Take this with you through the coming days. The next time doubt creeps in, pause. Reflect deeply on what aspects lie within your control. Consider the growth that can come from discomfort. As you roll through life, let's commit to embracing these moments. Every criticism, every challenge, every sigh of frustration is an opening to harness your reactions, to cultivate confidence and serenity amid chaos. So, what's the next step for you? The next time a wave of doubt bubbles up, challenge it. Turn inward. What does this situation unveil about your inner landscape? Remember, each moment you face carries a lesson. Embrace them and watch your world shift. Picture this. You're about to give a presentation. Your palms are sweaty, your heart races. The room is full of faces, some familiar, some not. In that moment, what's going through your mind? Anxiety? Doubt? Here's where the Stoic approach can really shine. Before you step up to speak, take a moment. Breathe deeply. Remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to this presentation. Instead, focus on how you can share your ideas clearly. Remember what Epictetus taught. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it. As you start your presentation, notice any negative thoughts that pop up. Acknowledge them, but don't let them control you. Maybe you worry about forgetting a key point. Instead of panicking, think about how you can adapt on the fly. If you forget something, it's okay. You still have valuable insights to share. What if someone in the audience asks a tough question? Your instinct may be to feel defensive or embarrassed. But pause. This is an opportunity to show your willingness to engage and learn. Acknowledge the question. Take a moment to gather your thoughts. What would a Stoic do? They would see this as a chance for growth. Now take a step back. Reflect on why you felt anxious to begin with. Is it about how others perceive you? Often we give too much power to others' opinions. Instead, consider what your audience can gain from your message. Shift your focus from fear to purpose. After your presentation, don't rush to seek validation. Instead, ask yourself how it felt to express your ideas. Did you share your knowledge? Did you connect with your audience? These reflections matter more than any applause or critique. Let's move to another scenario. Suppose you face a disappointment, like not getting a job you wanted. It stings, right? But remember, this setback isn't a reflection of your value. It's an event, not a definition. You may feel tempted to spiral into negative self-talk. Recognize that feeling, but don't let it drown you. Instead, consider what you can control. Maybe you can refine your interview skills or seek feedback. This is where resilience lies. Embrace discomfort as a teacher rather than an enemy. Each rejection is a step closer to success. Now, think about your daily interactions. How often do you feel frustration about small things? Missing the bus, bad service at a restaurant, or someone cutting in front of you in line. These moments test your patience. But what if you chose to react differently? When faced with frustration, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself, it's not the situation that disturbs you, but your reaction to it. Instead of letting anger boil over, see these instances as practice in staying calm. You're building resilience one small moment at a time. As you go through your day, carry this stoic mindset with you. Embrace every chance to shift your perspective. Each challenge can help you grow stronger. Your peace of mind rests in your hands, shaped by how you respond to life's twists and turns. So, what's your next step? The next time doubt or frustration creeps in, remember that you have the power to choose your reaction. Transform those feelings into opportunities for growth. Reflect on them, learn from them, and let them lead you to a more resilient self. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll explore how gratitude can reshape your perspective and deepen your stoic practice. Every day holds a lesson. Let's uncover them together. Chapter 3. Embracing Gratitude in Everyday Life. Let's take a moment to pause and reflect on an often overlooked stoic practice, gratitude. Picture this. You wake up in the morning and the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, yet you rush to get ready, consumed by your to-do list. But what if you took a few moments to appreciate that sunlight? Gratitude shifts your perspective and can help you feel more connected and calm throughout the day. Think about the last time someone did something nice for you. Maybe a friend sent you a supportive message, or a stranger held the door open. Did you acknowledge that moment? In our busy lives, we often forget to notice the small acts of kindness. The Stoics remind us to tune into these moments. They teach us that every day holds a treasure of positivity if we simply choose to see it. Imagine you're at work and a colleague lends a helping hand on a tough project. Instead of taking it for granted, let gratitude flow. Thank them sincerely. That small exchange can brighten both your days. It fosters connection and boosts your morale. This simple act not only enhances your mood, but also strengthens your relationships. Now consider moments of difficulty too. Perhaps you faced a challenging client or missed a deadline. In those situations, instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Find something to appreciate, even in tough times. Maybe it taught you resilience or highlighted an area for growth. Recognizing the lessons in challenges fosters a deep sense of gratitude for your journey. Let's shift gears to a common scenario. You're stuck in line at the grocery store, feeling impatient. Instead of letting frustration consume you, practice gratitude. Remind yourself you have food to buy, resources to support your life. This simple shift reframes a frustrating moment into one where you acknowledge your abundance. Suddenly, waiting no longer feels like a waste of time, but a moment to breathe and practice patience. Gratitude can also transform your relationships. Have you expressed appreciation to family or friends lately? A simple thank you for their support can go a long way. It creates a positive ripple effect, encouraging them to feel valued. The more we express gratitude, the more connected we become to those around us. As you go through your day, try keeping a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each evening. They can be big or small, perhaps a delicious meal, a good conversation, or even just a moment of quiet. This practice will train your mind to focus on the positive, nurturing a resilient spirit. Lastly, remember that gratitude doesn't just live in the good moments. It's about acceptance too. Life has ups and downs, and each experience carries a lesson. By being thankful for the journey, you cultivate a mindset that embraces all facets of living. It brings a sense of peace and fulfillment amid uncertainty. So what's your next step? As you transition into the day, carry this gratitude with you. Look for moments to appreciate and acknowledge. Each day is a gift, full of lessons and connections waiting for you to notice. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the power of reflection. Let's explore how looking back can shape a brighter future, helping you to continue on this path of stoic growth. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to learn and grow, so let's embrace them together. Chapter 4. The Power of Reflection. Let's dive into another important Stoic practice, reflection. Imagine this, you've just wrapped up a busy day. You're finally home, and your mind is buzzing with everything that happened. Instead of letting those thoughts swirl endlessly, take a moment to pause. Reflection is your chance to process the day, learn from it, and grow. Start by finding a quiet spot. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a place where you can sit comfortably. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what went well today? Maybe you handled a difficult conversation with grace, or you completed a project ahead of schedule. Acknowledging the positives helps build your confidence. It reminds you of your strengths and what you can accomplish. Now, shift your focus to the challenges you faced. What didn't go as planned? Perhaps you felt overwhelmed by tasks or didn't manage your time well. Instead of dwelling on these moments, ask yourself, what can I learn from them? What would I do differently next time? This is where the magic of reflection happens. It changes setbacks into stepping stones for growth. Let's use an example. Say you had a tough meeting where you struggled to express your ideas. Instead of feeling defeated, reflect on what made it difficult. Was it the way the meeting was structured? Did nerves get in the way? By identifying the cause, you can strategize for improvement next time. Maybe you'll prepare more thoroughly or practice speaking up in smaller settings. Each reflection builds your skills. We often miss the value of this simple practice. Life moves fast, and it's easy to rush from one thing to the next. But when you take the time to reflect, you create space for self-awareness. It helps you understand your reactions and better navigate life's ups and downs. As you go through your day-to-day, Try setting aside a few minutes each evening for this reflection. You might even keep a journal. Write down your thoughts. What triumphs made you smile? What lessons challenged you? Over time, you'll start seeing patterns in your behavior and growth. You'll become more attuned to your feelings, making it easier to respond wisely in future situations. Let's not forget about gratitude in reflection. When you think back on your day, also think about who contributed to your experiences. Maybe a coworker provided support on a project, or a friend cheered you up. Acknowledging their role helps strengthen your connections and builds a sense of community. Now, let's take it one step further. Picture a challenging situation, perhaps a conflict with a family member. Reflect on how it affected you. What emotions surfaced? How did you react? This reflection isn't about blaming anyone, but understanding how you can approach similar situations in the future. Look for ways to foster empathy and compassion, even in the toughest moments. Remember, every reflection is a chance to align with your values and improve. It's how you build resilience and become your best self. By embracing your experiences and learning from them, you create a solid foundation for progress. So, what's your next step? Tonight, when you sit down to reflect, commit to being honest with yourself. Embrace your feelings, both good and bad. Let this practice guide you on your path of self-discovery and stoic growth. In the next chapter, we'll explore the concept of acceptance. We'll learn how accepting what we cannot change can lead to greater peace of mind. Each moment is a stepping stone. Let's continue to uncover them together. As the sun set on another day, the protagonist sat quietly, reflecting on the lessons learned from the journey. It was a time of reckoning. With each chapter of their life, they had explored the depths of stoicism, faced self-doubt, frustration, and the challenges of navigating through relationships. They were not the same person who had started this quest for inner peace. One evening, they had stood before a room full of colleagues, nerves buzzing. The presentation was looming, and the specter of fear loomed larger than life. But in that moment, instead of drowning in anxiety, they remembered the words of Epictetus. They took a deep breath. The weight of the audience's expectations faded. That night, they chose to focus not on perfection, but on sharing their insights. As they spoke, they felt the confidence rising within. For the first time, they realized that their worth wasn't tethered to how others perceived them. The echoes of gratitude reverberated in their mind. They remembered the countless small moments, friends offering support, colleagues pitching in, even the simple gift of a sunny morning. Each act of kindness became a thread in the fabric of their resilience. They began acknowledging these moments, allowing gratitude to fill their heart, transforming both their perspective and relationships. Yet, life wasn't all smooth sailing. A difficult incident had jolted them awake. An unexpected confrontation with a family member had exposed deep-seated emotions. Initially, it threw them off balance, igniting feelings of resentment and anger. Instead of lashing out, they paused. They reflected on what had truly happened, analyzing not just the event, but their reactions. It was a lesson in compassion, an acknowledgement that everyone was battling their own demons. In the end, it led to a heartfelt conversation that mended old wounds and fortified their bond. As days turned into weeks, the protagonist cultivated the practice of reflection every night. They discovered the power of looking back, understanding the triumphs and challenges alike. Each reflection became a stone laid on the path towards their true self, shaping a person who could embrace life's unpredictability with grace. One fateful night, sitting in their favorite chair, they felt an overwhelming wave of gratitude wash over them. They thought of all the people who had crossed their path, each playing a significant role in their journey, the friendships that had bloomed, the lessons learned from setbacks, and the calmness gained from each moment of frustration. The realization struck hard. Joy and serenity were within reach, not somewhere far away. And then it happened. A moment of clarity. They understood that acceptance was the final piece of the puzzle. Accepting themselves, their imperfections, and the uncontrollable nature of life gave freedom from the chains of anxiety. Nothing could shake their newfound belief. Their perspective had shifted, allowing them to see that challenges were not hindrances, but rather opportunities for growth. With renewed purpose, they decided to share their journey. They knew there were others out there, grappling with similar struggles. This wasn't just about them anymore. It was about building a community of seekers. They imagined a space where people could come together to learn, share, and grow. The next step was clear. They would start a blog, harnessing the power of their experiences and reflecting on Stoic principles in a way that could inspire others. Each post would be a piece of the puzzle, guiding readers through the maze of insecurities and fears towards a brighter, more resilient self. With a smile and a heart full of hope, they embraced the transformative journey ahead. The chapters would keep turning, with fresh lessons woven into each one. Life was no longer a battle to control, but a beautiful dance of acceptance and growth. They knew the path would not always be easy, but this time they had a sturdy map, and they were ready to continue exploring. Do you want to keep advancing on the path to serenity? Subscribe now to the channel to receive the next Stoic reflections firsthand. Click like if this content helped you grow. In the comments, share the biggest insight you took away. Your experience may inspire other seekers. And don't hoard wisdom. Send this video to at least 3 friends who need inner balance.